afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your handsome host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Heroes Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to a 1 versus 1 on Angerville, here between Tofu, fighting for the Wehrmacht, for the Reich, for the 288th Infantry Division, tasked with holding this not too vital village, but still somewhat important to cover up the flank for a larger unit, versus Captain Price here fighting for the United States of America for the 7th Infantry Division, tasked with clearing out the village to open up for an assault from an armoured division. And we got Spearhead, elite troops and close air support there versus airborne recon support and rifle company there. Bulletins are pretty much all infantry. We got an MD-42 right after the grenadiers here for Tofu. For Captain Price, it's just riflemen so far. And wow, that has got to be the fastest BAR tech I have ever seen. Right after the rifleman, Price goes for the BAR research. He's clearly planning something with a BAR, and it's not something involving candy or chocolate. So second rifle squad there on the way, MD-42 moving out here. Grenadiers moving up here. Might see the first engagement here between German and American troops. By the way, Germans, that is Wehrmacht versus Americans in Angerville. That's pretty much as classic as it gets. They go around getting challenged into the Grenadiers here. MD-42 to the ship able to support here. Losses are being inflicted on both sides. Men are dropping like flies. Very large flies armed with rifles. And there we go, MD-42 open, turning into the riflemen. Grenadiers, so both are suffering heavy losses, heavy damage, but there you go, ultimately the German troops mostly prevail. The rifleman there down to one man, pulls away. More riflemen moving up here for Captain Price. The MD-42 advances. Another Grenadier squad here arrives for the Reich, for the Infantry Division. And riflemen moving up here. Rearguards moving up on the right side. There did exist, by the way, SS infantry divisions, but they were mostly composed out of volunteers, largely served in security purposes. On the Eastern Front, they rarely actually fought sort of regular armies, and when they did, it generally didn't go too well, actually. I mean, once you got beyond the SS Panzer divisions, and most of the SS Panzer divisions, most of the SS units are actually rather bad. Fun fact there, by the way. But the second MD-42 arriving for Tofu, a second MD-42. So two Grenadiers for MD-42s here. And of course, he's completely unaware of what Price is actually planning here. He has no idea that Price has gone for the world's earliest BAR tech. Point there secured, 35 there versus two Grenadiers for MD-42s. And of course, I mean, it does mean initially he'll have less riflemen on the field, but again, it does mean he'll be getting a lot more firepower much faster. MD-42s up to timing it, handle this flank attempt. The Pioneer spotting for them. They're over there, the Yankees are over there. Shoot them with all your might. And there you go, the riflemen get a good peppering there from the MD-42. And it's there, another MD-42 moving up here for Tofu. And there we go, the first BAR of the fight here at 3 minutes is up for Captain Price. The Browning automatic rifle, a World War I era weapon. There's no really so much action there. Meant for sort of supporting an advance by being fired from the hip. It ended up being used largely as a, well, basically light machine gun for the larger part there for the Americans, partly sort of what was known as a battle rifle as well. Fun fact there, the Polish army actually also used the BAR, though they called it something else, but a little fun fact there. So let's bring up here, Rearguards holding up there. They're going to be overwhelmed any moment soon. Pioneers push back here, the MD-42 pulling back, perhaps a bit worried there about being flanked, but good. Other MD-42 covering this part, then the MD-42 could probably try and set up to cover here, creating a sort of nice little spot there. Though, right the way he's setting up here, there's a small chance that they could creep through here where they don't quite have line of sight. So, I mean, straight down the road is unfortunately where the gap is, and that's generally why you don't want the opponent to be able to walk through, right through the middle. Rifleman moving up. The BAR troops are running, going to be careful, and MD-42 setting up, and opens up down the riflemen, tearing into them. Grenadiers moving up, rifleman moving up, MD-42 needs to turn about there, can't, rifleman taking damage, the MD-42 and the Kar-98 case tearing into the new Donnie, Danny, and Dinkus, rather dead, and Paul Herbert joins them as well. There you go, the entire unit lost, BAR lost. I mean, it's full time, of course. They got wiped out. Price was trying to handle much there, but Tofu got sort of a real nice wipe there versus Price right off the bat, wiping the entire squad, and the one with the BAR. At the same time, not being pushed back. The MD42s are definitely putting in their part here for the Wehrmacht fight for survival on the Western Front. We'd like to make a nice company pretty rampantly here for Tofu as well. He could go for a scout car. He could go for a half track. I mean, 2 grenadiers, 2 MD42s. A half track would eventually be a good choice to help keep them reinforced at the front line, making them harder to push off. Plus, the half track could push away any threats to the MD42s. Oh, good lord. Executed right there. Turning things around a bit for Price again. Full rifleman, so he's getting more troops here. VAR prepared. Again.
Stand ready.
So, why can't we just take all the BARs standing in there? No, that's rude. We gotta pay for them. How? We're the Americans. We just have the crap there. Don't ask me. Ask the Canadians. Anyways, more MD42 action here. I've been pushed back. No replacement grenadier so far for Tofu. Got a medic bunker going up there. Scout car on the way. That should probably offset him there, but of course with his Mark Warren, this is going to be a lieutenant and M20. But so far, we've just seen Raffin of BAR, so in that regard, he could consider a half track instead. I mean, in that regard, Price has at this point rather played his hand in regards to, sort of initial movements, which would make, I think, a half track a better choice initially, though the 2-2-1, 2-2 is not necessarily going to be a bad choice either. As they're taking damage, MG14 up, now we're seeing sort of Price swarming forwards like a olive green tide. But the German soldier is not to be intimidated. There you go, rather they call out in the open in the middle of the road. They are easy targets with the MG42 crew. Almost getting wiped, they're almost getting wiped. Could you wipe? There we go, close away. MG42, they're cleared up, rifle hanging on the other MG42. This is looking pretty harsh here for Tofu. Down to 1 MG42, 1 Pioneer and 1 Grenadier. 2-1 moving up, here getting the 2-2 upgrade soon there. Are the MG42 pushed back? He might try and save it here. I think a part would actually say try and rush the rifle there with the 2-2-2. I mean, they're low enough and health, he gets close enough that he could probably wipe them. But now instead he pulls back here, and last one anti-tank rifle there. Or maybe terrain saves him. Looks like terrain saved him. At the same time, though, the MG42 is stolen away. Most cheekily there by Price. We're getting more gunners. Then we're 2-2 moving up here. Rios holding up the building there. We got 5 rifle and 1 MG42 in over Price. We got more BARs being handed out there as terrain sort of falls into his favour. And of course, that's something that Tofu, of course, will have to struggle with. Rather than quickly pulling away there with the 2-2-2 heading their way again. Grenadiers moving ahead. Troops reinforcing, rebuilding, healing. And we got a captain on the way for Price here. A captain with bazookas. Quite the sizable infantry force though Price is assembling. 5 riflemen. So many BAR so early on, even with the ones lost. And Tofu goes for closest spot, begins string resources here. Perhaps he needs more of an initial early punch there. There's of course the heavy infantry play we are seeing from Price. I mean, another MD42 could maybe help with him. More MD42s overall would help, but certainly grenadiers with like machine guns might provide a bit more oomph in terms of munitions compared to how much manpower he has. So I can understand this decision. And certainly it makes sense. Another MD42 is on the way there. MD42 sitting up here going for the fuel. Price playing his hand aggressively. Rios is holding up there. They might be forced to fall back actually as they are taking damage. MD42 ready to force back, and Jones, there we go. Failed feeble Dieter and his Zook has been held down there by MD4. Got gunners flanking, gun MD4 sitting up here to support as well. And there we go. Gunners there are beginning to take losses, moving up here as well though, forcing Price to work force there to the right flank. But we got a massive assault going up here. 4 rifleman squads, 3 BARs. And a wish to kill some crowds. And there you go, just swarming forth. Creeping through the fences, the trees and the bushes. Well, we've got another MG4 sitting up here as the assault continues. Captain joins in, 2-2-2 when he can to slow down the attack. It's getting a bit too cocky here. And there you go, MG4 sitting up. And there we go, tears into the advancing American horde, suppressing them one after one. Cutting them down like stalks of wheat. And there you go, they're just getting massacred. They're almost stretched into one already. So many Americans that have given their life for that little hill. Practically a pile of dirt with a tree on it though. Another MD42. He's going for 3 MD42s. I mean, there's that many riflemen. I can't see it working. He can set up properly. He can actually bleed and stall Captain Price quite heavily. Quite heavily. It's not going to be without its risks, but again, if he can pull it off, it's going to be worth it. And particularly if he can also set off some incendiary rounds here and there, that could bleed out Captain Price quite viciously, like a stuck pig. And he's got an ambulance following up here for Price. Instead of no doctor, considering the heavy infantry play, Rifle Company would sort of be the best one to sort of play up with that. Maybe recons of what with this forward observers could also be quite useful. But so far, none of that, nothing that. Quick rifle grenade here, landing straight on the weapon, almost wipes the entire lot. And Pine needs a bit of trouble as the captain appears, rather uninvited with his Thompson submachine gun, his rifles, and his bazookas. But there we go, we're up close with increased damage. No, and MG42 the opening up here as well. And the rifleman on the run here. Captain suffering high losses. In fact, the captain's for once is the only one making it out of there, which is quite a surprise since usually the officer's the first one to die. But for him to be the last man living, he's definitely going to have some explaining to do. Since, you know, again, they die first. It's going to be seen as a bit suspicious by the other guys. Wait, the officer made it back alive? That's not how it usually goes around here. Wait, what? No, don't worry about that. Nothing. Bit of a healing there. Meanwhile, though, Tofu's taking advantage of the fact he's managed to force back a lot of Price's force here. The MG42s are making it difficult here for, well, Price to pull off any infantry-heavy tactics to a certain extent. Though right here, Tofu is playing it perhaps a bit too overconfidently. I mean, need something to spot for the MG4s. In this case, we actually got Rifleman hiding here behind some bushes, trying to make them look as much as they can as part of the terrain. The olive green uniforms certainly helping a bit. MG4 sitting up here, gunning into the building with a light machine gun, going for the other fuel point there, actually doing his best to not Price fuel. No, Price does have quite a large amount. There you go, Rifleman getting caught here by the MG42, the MG42 getting caught as well. Trying to set up here, you got Pioneers back at the 222 moving in, and there goes Hulk going for the front guy, MG42 up there, MG40 already outmaneuvered, the other MG40 getting suppressed, and there we go, things are quickly collapsing on the left flank like a card house in an earthquake. And while we got Rifleman moving forwards, rather large force again, right from the MG42! Can it stop? There we go. Catching the entire lot, suppressing 4 squads of Rifle here. Price's March formation caught, well, in March. And there you go. The MG42 gets off quite a bit of damage there. But leaving only poor Harry dead. Still, gained bit 2 there. Gained bit 2. Captain firing away there. Panzergun here. Moving up. So good Panzer section for them. Needs to be careful about trading too much for use of munitions. I mean, that can hurt him in the longer prospects. I mean, that he's very much something to be careful about. In this case, of course, he's still working, Price back behind with some armor, in which case, a pair of Panzer X might work out. And before good to hold up the 2 point here, though there's continued movement on the right flank as well. Scout car reports contact with enemy machine gun while moving up there. Ever intent on pushing that crap car as much as possible. Then we got the Steward lighting there, running from Price, and light armor is going to move in and cause a mess there for Tofu if he's not careful. Panzer flank up, get Balteladen flown through the air and blows up a fence. Certainly a lot of action going on here. Rifle counter-attacking against the MG42. The counter against MG42 up here. Right now, he's shooting up the MG42. Oh, the Scout cars close to counter the MG42 again. I mean, remember, the shorter distance between the target, the more accurate it is. And up close, basically, the 222 actually has no scatter, meaning it's actually really, really deadly. So, little fun fact there. Fun fact there. But in this case, Tofu misses the advantage there, the opportunity. Meanwhile, another sweeping push there from Price. Really just sweeping the field, leaving no crowd unshot, that is, if they're seen. Sadly, there's no heavy machine guns, he's pretty much put them all back. And moving over to the west side, so that leaves a bit open there. At the same time, the Steward engages. First shots fired there, 30 from the gun and machine guns coming up on German Pioneers. Forces 2 force to fall back. Other MG42 in trouble. There you go. American MG42 forced back. So much going on, so much action. Riflemen and now even the re-echelons have got BARs in their hands. BARs for everyone.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Yeah. There you go, grenades left to hold the building here as swarms of American move through. Appearing from behind Bocage. Like a hostile force, and there you go. Luftwaffe support is called in. Bit poorly sort of, timed and called in. He probably could have tried and called in from this side. That probably made it react faster actually, but there you go. Meanwhile, rather than make use of the trench, she'll dodge it. Getting to the building here, more moving in before she puts it to cover here. There's non-track support. Rather than take some damage, take grenadiers with the light machine guns and rifles turning into. We got a third transport here by the way for Tofu adding in more infantry. He should definitely consider taking up now to sort of add some armor, I think. Some armor really do Tofu quite a bit of good in the longer run. Maybe a Stu or Osman here could actually have up this. All those rifles, and Osman would be devastating. There you go. Running straight to the Grenadiers here. Grenades going off from the Grenadiers there. Doesn't quite connect. Panzer force to fall back there, survive and screen the steward, ensuring they can't easily shoot it down. But there we go, forcing up to cover after continuing the advance. And there we go. Corporal Jones's unit caught down there by the MG-42 as Captain Davies moves forward. They're supported by the steel light tank. The Panzers are ready to block the advance. And the captain is quickly getting sawed apart. In fact, he gave his life heroically for the United States of America. Meanwhile, lighter action on the right flank, but still action nonetheless. More Panzer Grenadiers on the way here for Tofu. More Panzer Grenadiers. Shots flying there against the Panzer Grenadiers, moving up here using the terrain as much as possible to minimise the amount of shots taken from the enemy. That's a good move, by the way. Good tactical move since being in light cover and moving through light cover makes you harder to hit. So overall, that's a pretty good move there and a pretty good tactical advance there by Tofu. Thumbs up. Continuing with MG-42, securing more territory for Deutschland.
Stick with me and you might just make it.
Massive flank here from the rifleman. Getting up, having got infantry sitting up here to cover. Oh, damaging the 222, trying to turn around here the corner. And there we go, large force from Infantry moving up as well. Getting up. Panzer victory, we could see a wipe there, we could see a wipe. Could see a wipe, there we go. 222 went down, then we might see another rifle squad there cut down. There we go, 2 rifle squads cut down within minutes. In seconds, in fact. BAR dropped there, by the way, for the German army to utilise. If they can grab it. In this case, though, Billy Bob grabbed it. And then it's very close to actually getting cut down there. Steel light tank, they open up the Panzer Grenadier. Shots flying there versus the steel light tank. Needs to spare our troops. Also needs to use cover there. He's out in the open. There's a lot of angry rifle BARs plus an MG-42 from the north. That's pretty much a guarantee for something as many needless casualties as possible. And he actually replaces the scout gear. Very interesting, but we're still not seeing any tech there from Tofu. And interesting enough, yet to see any doctrine from Price. Panzer Grenadier being pushed back. Port there being secured. The troops out in the open court. No, they're already got infantry coming there. They can just barely not hit each other. Just barely. At the same time, rifle flanking in there, nothing to cover the flank, not an MP. Oh, there we go. Actually, there's an MP-42. Oh no, he's moving it. He's moving it. Oh dear. Still he's setting up again now. The MP-42 force back. Still, the other rifle will be caught in it, and there we go. That might just save the veteran MP-42 from. Oh no! Clever move that he used on me. Then ordered to stop. Just couldn't get a small bonus attack to wipe the veteran MP-42. Excellently executed there by Price. Bit of a close finesse maneuver, but he pulled it off. He jolly well pulled it off. MP-42 there's advance of the gun, another MP-40 opening up. Veteran 2 as well, tang into the rifleman. Lots of machine gun fire, lots of bullets just flying all over the place. And there goes Stuart moving out again. There's so far it's actually not done a lot of damage. I mean, notice he's using just for infantry support, which does limit a bit. I mean, he could try and and there we go! Luftwaffe gets it! Kanonenvogel tears into it. MP-42 cruised by Panzer Grenadiers. BAR in the middle, we have not been secured. Other MP-42 forced back here by the large American advance. 222 moving up. Panzer Grenadiers. Bullets. And a quick about to allow them straight into the midst of the rifle, forcing them to shift a bit away, giving the 222 more time to pull away. And there you go, move straight for the BAR, even as the American MP-42 opens it to them. Almost ready to flee, by the way. Almost ready to flee. Also, so far, none has used incendiary rounds on anyone. And another MP-42 by the way wiped. So many wipes down the MP-42 crews, but Tofu though is quick to recruit them. And there we go, incendiary rounds. Price actually ends up being the one using incendiary rounds here on the Grenadiers. Up close, they need to get away. Unless Price intends to have them die for the fatherland. And there we go. Veterans fleet 222 moving up, they're trying to get a wipe there. But again, Tofu for some reason never goes just straight up and just tears into them up close. Bit of a mistake there, I feel. A bit of a mistake. Troops reinforcing now. On both sides, a quite vicious infantry fight here with so far only light vehicles now. It looks like Price is adding in, and look, oh, he's using his captain to supervise the battalion command post, making things operate a lot faster. Good move, by the way, good move. Can certainly also help him get more armor up faster. And again, we are seeing Price actually using the captain much more than most other players would have used him, which is quite great to see. He's actually using both abilities, both on me, which is actually a pretty good ability, but also supervise. Gunners need to fall back. There's another swarm there. Price does have a slight tendency towards, the Horde attacks, but again, if Tofu can just, use his MG4s and solidly, he can actually punish that quite nicely. And again, we have seen, for example, that resulting in massive infantry casualties for Price. From here, though, getting cut down by the MG42, and the Panzer are going to deal it. Pioneers laying down mines here. MG4s need to move support here. And it is time here for the mid-game analysis. Current situation is Tofu sort of got most of the map right now. He's got both fuel points, he's got the majority of the victory points. He's also got a large amount of infantry. He's also got the superior support weapon superiority there with 3 MG42s, although they've all been wiped at least once, which rather, of course, wipes a lot of the veterans in that guy. Tofu could also learn to maybe use them incendiary rounds to really increase the damage there versus Price's troops. He's also got kind of munitions, though he does need to work on this habit of just trading munitions or fuel for munitions all the time. He needs to take up. He needs to sort of get something big. A flat panzer right now could be quite devastating, could help wipe a lot of Price's infantry, for example, force Price into sort of position there. He could go for a Panzer IV, just a pair of Stooks. He needs something else, so he can't just keep throwing infantry into this, because eventually, Price is already working on countering that by getting armor, in which case, of course, the Panzer goes with Panzer will certainly find themselves a bit harder to get any traction on the field with a Sherman, but even then he could support the Scots, and that could really make things ugly for Tofu. It's not really something that Tofu then can keep up. He needs to change, he needs to add more, and he needs to add armor. If he doesn't, eventually he's going to sort of wind himself down. So that's definitely something there to keep in mind. And of course, for a lot of players, if they keep using close air support, they also begin increasingly making bad decisions with it, which just means wasting a lot of munitions and a lot of fuel. So really, tag up, make some kind of decisions, and either go for tier 3 or tier 4, maybe throw in a Panther and a Sturmpanzer. A Sturmpanzer 4 would also be quite excellent here versus Price's current sort of force composition. For Price, get some armor out. Scots or Shermans with high explosive rounds definitely be a good choice. Try to harass the flanks, hit him there, try to avoid the MG4s with these, try to overwhelm them with the armor and knock them out. Also, spread out the infantry, and otherwise consider getting maybe some grenades up. Otherwise, there's not really so much else there to comment on. So let's head back here to the fight.
We're getting plastered over here.
Rather than moving ahead. Other MG4s up here, by the way, the Panzer Grenadiers crewing it, which also means actually can present a lot more firepower there with the support gunners having assault rifles. Rather than a bit of trouble, Panzer they're pushed away, sadly. Got one here, coming here, Panzer's quick move up to secure this, otherwise got another perhaps covering here, which can actually be more difficult for Price to move there. But there goes Sherman again, rushed out thanks to the supervision ability there of Price's captain, which again allows him to sort of hit armor on the field sooner. In theory, at least he can just get out faster, giving Price a bit more time to react. Either way, the troops are coming under fire, Harmer goes around there, having no chance of the paper thin armor on the troops in there, going knocked out, and he's in a bit of trouble here. And a Panzerfaust there, damage engine, and a anti-tank strafe there. She's just in time, moves a bit ahead, but still suffers some damage, at the same time, Gunner's moving ahead. Panzer is moving ahead, looks like he might just stern up the Hornet's nest now. He's getting a lot of Panzers moving in, with the Panzer, of course, trying to knock it out now. He's a much easier target now for the Panzer Grenadiers, and of course, he still needs to be careful here, but still, he's probably got a better chance now of knocking out that Sherman. There goes one rocket connects, smoke scene being laid down into cover. The Sherman got Ruff moving in to try and cover as well. Another rifle squad has been lost, by the way. Another rifle squad has been lost. He's down to 3 now. There you go. Almost got the Sherman as well. Panzer beats him with feet, but forced to fall back there. Rifleman too close to the BAR's victims. Of course, we still had the Sherman unleashing a hailstorm of high explosive rounds. And there you go, trying to repair it. MT-42 behind covering fire here. More Panzers moving hit, Rifleman there close getting suppressed. And there we go, they can't cover it anymore. Another MT-42. There you go, rear system straight to the Panzer Grenadiers. They're cutting them apart. And there we go. Panzer Grenadier support gunners proving to be quite nasty there. Panzer teaming up here, trying to cut him off. Probably around here, so the Sherman's trying to take the farthest way path to avoid it. At the same time, that does make it a bit sort of predictable.
The capture point is under attack.
So things look a bit grim here. And there we go. Price realises it. Tries to get away. He realises he can't go through without risking getting hit there by the rockets, so he tries to pull away to sort of a bit of a safer spot and then hope, other troops come in to save him. But at the same time, though, he does risk more, getting hit by something. Goes with the Panzerfaust there. Interesting enough, he then stops the Panzers from pursuing the Sherman. Secondly, he's immediately targeted for the Rifleman. Another smoke screen laid down, that's not good to help the Grenadiers, and the Panzerfaust, there you go, damage engine again, by the way. MG42 moving up, Pioneers rushing in. As they're trying to slay the beast, they're cornered. In actually a corner of the map. There's nowhere to go. And I don't think it's going to end up like Fury this time around. Thank the heavens. There we go. No Brad Pitt here.
We just lost a medium tank.
Just a dead Bob Pitts.
Stand ready.
Can be. Well, grab your shit.
And a
and
slow
follow me.
burn. Ah, yes, do you smell that, Dieter? Yeah, it smells like... What sausages? Yeah, I don't know why.
Our supply lines.
And again, before 2 veteran people are coming up, 5 of them before 2, you switch off to incendiary rounds to increase damage. But again, it seems like Tofu, though, for whatever reason, despite his happy use of munitions in so many other regards, hates using incendiary rounds despite doing more damage towards infantry. Which really strikes me as odd, but really get lots of munitions. He's really tag up now. Tag up, get some armor, man.
Targets rounds are taking one of our points.
Another strafing around the called in here.
Pay the Shrek.
And there we go, this time a bit better called in, quickly stopping the entire unit in one go. Moving up there, and good lord, he just murders them up close. I can imagine there might have been some flesh left for the sergeant. My god, Fritz, if you miss this close, I'm going to shoot you myself. Which of course might encourage the Panzer Shrekers to be a bit more accurate. I'm not sort of really taking a lot of the map now. I mean, Price acted a bit on the back foot here. He is adding in more armor. He's certainly rushing out there under the supervision of the captain.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
And again, I really would love for Tofu just to tag up, get some armor of his own. Though again, I mean, the way he's actually using MD42s is nice to see. I mean, really, a lot of MD42s, I mean, a pair of them, the 3 of them certainly also helps. I mean, you can do a lot sort of, slow down the infantry advance if you know how to use them. And Tofu certainly seems to have a good idea if he would just use incendiary rounds on top of that. Rather than holding up there. Point there being secured as well. We got the Sherman moving in there. Already high explosive rounds. And for some reason, Tofu is now getting a mortar. I don't really think he needs a mortar, to be fair. There you go. Rather than falling back there. In front of a volume of MG525 there. And looks like we finally have a gun escort there paying with its life. Quick to replace it though. Cancelling the Granatenwerfer. Rockets flying there, yes. Corporal Jimmy pulls back the remainders of the men, having had to leave behind the sergeant in some bush.
Rounds off. Shake it out. We're moving.
Armor ready.
Getting the fuel point there. BARs being lugged up to the front line. And note, by the way, they are heavily equipped with BARs. I mean, I think most of them have got 2 at the very least, which again does mean they're a lot more lethal. They can project a lot more firepower there versus German infantry, in particular up close.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Just got a Panther Shrek.
Rather than they're taking losses, Panzers they're gaining veterans if 3. Oh wait, they think they already have that. Still, 13 kills. Sinking into the building, but rockets compel them to maybe seek residence elsewhere. We got a pack 40 now arriving for Tofu. Again, he seems extremely reluctant towards taking. In fact, he's got 400 munitions. Come on, man, get some armor.
Losing a capture point.
At least some Stugs.
Armor here.
Sherman hit their gunners. Sherman line getting brought up. Has been taking damage. She's taking damage.
Just cut off our supply
Sherman
line.
they're taking some hits. Guys forcing up there in the building. Got Panzers nearby. They quick pop a grenade through the window.
Tank
machine
support is
gun.
here. Sherman ready.
No, no sign of that.
Area's ours.
The MG42 is actually taking heavy damage rather rapidly. Two with an MG42 flying through the window, stuff big joints in. MG42, the crew though, managed to escape there, managed to evacuate, but there goes second Sherman now arrives to capture Price, increasing his armor share quite notably. MG42 they push back. Rather than flanking in there with a pair of VAR sending up there flying through the windows. Doing things a bit more miserable here with the jumps out in the open. In particular, got the other Prime of the VRs firing away. Sherman running a bit back there. The other Sherman moving over to the base. Looks like joining up some other force before heading out. But still, Tofu is for the moment maintaining map control here. He's still got close to over half of the map.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
There's bringing in, trying to get that Sherman. At the same time, though, you need to be careful. He's out in the open. He is out in the open. If the Sherman could hit, that is. And oh, good lord, what he's thinking? That's a shed.
Incoming Panther Shrek.
There you go, Glennis with that machine gun holding up the entire American advance there. And there you go, Glennis got wiped out here by the Shermans. Dropping that machine gun, pencils in the trouble as well. And he's just lost 2 squads. Now things are quickly changing out here. There's a Tofu got an anti-tank strike going in, and he's calling in after the infantry. What is he thinking? crate shattered, but that's about it. It seems like the point there where he's beginning to make bad decisions is hit. Again, a lot of players tend to do that. If they use close air support too much, they begin really just using it for everything, and with little sort of concentration between them, they just make poor use of it. Mighty Rough Squad here wiped though. Mighty Rough Squad wiped. M40 holding up though. Veteran G2, 3 kills. Rough Squad makes his way at the same time. Squad moves in. No grenades in other for prize. Grenades could help him. Whoa, grenade off there. Actually hits the MG4 just there, forcing out right from the rifle and losing it. MG4 sitting up here. Plans are joining into them. Suppressed. Almost victory 2 there. Almost victory 2. Good lord. Pack 40 there being wrecked. Didn't do too much, I think, for the Germans, for the Reich. And as they say, away the MG4 setting up here. Rearslun's bringing up with a quite a few BARs there, overwhelming the MG42 pretty rapidly. And looks like the Tides might be turning against Tofu there again. His initial sort of play there is rather beginning to hurt him, because again he never adopted, he never changed, he never sort of moved on to another stage, which basically sort of left him in one spot, whereas Price moved on, he evolved, he adapted, he changed, he added, he began throwing in armor. I mean, that is, so he's still not choosing a doctrine though, which I do find a bit questionable, but still, he's doing something compared to Tofu, which again is just basically treading water in a sense, holding pattern if you will, and it's overall not working because again he's been found out, and now Price is sort of more actively countering his strategy. And of course with armor out, all those MG42s are of course going to have less effect, though they can of course still do a lot to sort of slow down the infantry. Still, he lacks something more serious to do with the armor, in particular as he's lost 1 Panzer Grenadier squad, and it's down to 1, and that's basically all he's got to do with that Sherman, which is a rather risky proposition, I would say.
A capture point is being overrun.
Taylor mines being laid down here. Tofu using the massive munition stocks that are available. No one's bothered, picked up that BAR. There go Germany to lock, so we got better one there for that Sherman. And put it in, there we go, stopping up the assault. Veteran G2, by the way. There you go, so many riflemen, he won there, not getting suppressed, and there you go, quick cutting part, Sherman joins in. Panzer taking loss, there you go, we got 2 Shermans really just tearing into Tofu now, into a mine, but there you go, Termine goes off, almost got it, in fact it gets abandoned, Now they're doing forward Panzer there, oh no, they need to get away, oh shit, he just lost a squad. Pioneers now forced to pick up the Panzer, but they might get wiped themselves. That's a strafing run, which failed to hit with the rifleman, and then he caught an anti-tank strafe as well. Tofu's gone mad. So much munition spent, and all he did was basically clear out the wrecked Sherman. And he lost the Pioneers to the Panzer. Now he's got nothing to guard himself against the Shermans, and now we're really seeing sort of the long-term consequences of, you know, Tofu's inability to actually shift gears. It's really looking bad for him now. It's really looking bad for him. He's got nothing to deal with this. He's still got the MG42s. They can still drop those infantry, but again, the Shermans could, you know, easily deal with the MG42s. That's basically his problem. He's going just for more Panzer Grenadiers, probably for more Panzerschrecks. But again, it's not going to work, in particular not with all the riflemen, because he needs to sort of help clear them away as well. He needs armor of his own, or packs. There you go again, rather than stopped by the MG42, but again now, there's a Sherman here. And of course leaves the MG42 a lot less impressive. At least moderately less impressive. So it looks like the Infantry Division is beginning to run out of steam here in front of the 7th Infantry Division's assault, relentlessly pursued by Price. Quick rifle here versus rifleman. Price of course starts that one explicitly. The tree though did not, lost its branches in the process.
Area secured. In contact.
Stand ready.
Aggressive push here. We still got the veterans who flee MD4 there under American command. It's a bit awkward when the enemy has more veterans to flee MD4 than you do, and you're the Wehrmacht. Rifle grenade there lands nicely. Rifle there suppressed, punch me in to clear them out, but again, handshakes up. Quick Gebaldeladung. Sherman rolling up, picking this force away, fences shattered.
Squad, get ready.
Actually leaving him, no, that's creeping, you'd have to clear away this somehow by creeping up all the way through there. Then you could probably creep up and sort of do something there.
Send. Listen up.
Another MG42 that added to the United States arsenal.
Forces have 300 points.
Things are starting to look pretty grim here for Tofu. Who's just adding in more panzers under these again. He sort of feels like he's just stuck in right. He's got plenty of fuel, but again, he's not taking out. At this point, it might just be too late. And there you go, trading again for more munitions.
Reinforcements in. Welcome to the death factory.
Grenade!
Stick with me and you might
Point
just make it.
secure. Ready to go. We're
And
under
there you go,
attack.
quick losing men there to the MG42 veteran to flee.
Grenade!
Rather than it clears out half of the unit, Patrick they're left behind for them to secure. I suppose he could re-equip them, then he'd actually have slightly more Patricks now than before. But still, it's not really going to sort of make up for the fact that Price has got a much larger force now, much better supplied.
90-day wonders fall in. What the hell am I meant to do with these recruits?
There you go, more Panzerschrecks. Immer mehr Raketen, Panzerbüchsen.
Grab your shit and follow me.
Will he equip another Panzerschreck or will he not?
A capture point is under attack.
There we go, going to take a massive hit there. Plus we've got re-echelons hiding here with BARs as well.
Supply line just got
Guys
cut
taking
off.
loss as well. We've got a large push again from Price.
Incoming!
I mean, it's interesting considering all the MG42 still keeps doing that despite, you know, the losses he suffered due to it. MG42 they're pushed away. But it is rushed off the field.
All done over here.
Keep the pressure up! Orders!
Well,
Armor
what will Tofu do now? What will Tofu do?
Papa!
Now the Luftwaffe strike, it seems.
We're getting blasted over here!
The entire unit there pinned down, but he's not really got any sort of units to really take advantage of. We got an entire tank strafe now called in. And of course the retreat's basically meaning he's just wasted 110 munitions on that. Again, we're basically seeing, you know, well, basically close air support madness, if you will. He's just sort of keep throwing fuel and munitions away for increasingly little gain. Which is basically what happens when you sort of use the close air support becomes your strategy rather than something to support your strategy.
We got a rifle squad waiting for orders.
At this point is pretty much, you know, GG. There's not really much left to do. I mean, the best he can do is basically bleed out Price a bit more, but he got so much infantry, so much armor, some armor, but also just MG42s are plenty.
We're ready.
And again, he's just not taking up. At this point, Tofu's a bit like a broken record.
Frag grenades now available for action.
Germans are taking our position!
Tries moving up here. Trying to perhaps catch that Sherman, would rather stop here by the Reasons and the Sherman at the same time though. Assault here is failing. Didn't manage to push back the veterans for the MG42. Still got Reasons still doing the best to sort of halt the Krauts. And now we're actually seeing Pioneers around there for Tofu. I wonder what he's planning to do with the Pioneers though at this stage. It's not like there's a lot there to use them on. Is he actually going to take up now? In which case I'd say bloody well too late.
They got a Panzerschreck! Get ready!
MG42 they're firing away. More Ram just streaming in. No, he's actually moving the Pioneers ahead for something. There we go again. Price assault there halted down. Needs to up to do with the Rifle there though. Got a bit too slow the Rifle. He's finally got grenades, brother. Finally got an airstrafe going in there. There you go, assault halted by the MG42 has been cleared out by the looks of it. And it looks like it has actually been wrecked.
Someone get us out of here!
Your own salvation.
I got orders coming.
Hammer that goddamn line!
There we go. Now MG42 there to salvage. Leaving Tofu even short on equipment. Looks like he's trying to attack strip in the base. Did not really work out there, easily dodged. Again, an increasing sense of desperation there from Tofu.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
You got your
Squad
orders.
is back to full strength. What the hell am I meant to do with these recruits?
Krauts have cut our supply line. Frontline
Still
units
holding
are
on to the
being
west,
hung out
and
to
there you
dry.
go. Troops being stopped here by the MD-42 in the building. Panzer Grenade being caught out in negative cover. They are suffering heavily there. Cuts your wipe, cuts your wipe.
Promotion just came in.
One grenade failed to make much impression on the MD-42 crew.
Men are ready for action.
And there we go. That's a spot they're taking massive losses. Quite the lashing too.
Goddamn Crown infantry!
So much infantry lost here for Tofu.
Our supply
now.
line's cut. Germans are making a push.
Good fucking hit.
Another series of massive casualties there, and there we go. With that, Tofu's spirit is broken. He's horrendous. A loss here for the Wehrmacht. An interesting fight in some regards. I mean, I really like the MD-42 play they had initially. I mean, it really did lots of rob spirit, price of spirit and momentum. Problem was then, Tofu basically got stuck in close air support, and that really basically killed him in the long run. Had he tagged up, instead of constantly relying on it and just wasting munitions on it by the end, he could have had armor, he could have punished Price's infantry even harder, he could have, really had a lot more to sort of deal with in terms of, what Price could do. So that was basically sort of his major issue. Again, be careful with it. I mean, so I see so many players basically going essentially astray by using it, and just failing to sort of get anywhere really. So use it to support your strategy, don't use it to make be your strategy. It's basically my advice here. Price though handled things nicely. We would have liked to see the less swarm tactics and blow up tactics, in particular strange to the MD-42. But again, I mean, Tofu didn't really punish it hard enough, and again he could use incendiaries to sort of really punish it. But seeing a good use of the BRs, the early BR strategy was very, very interesting. It certainly did a lot of damage, though again the MD-42 certainly helped sort of minimise the impact of it. Grenades could have been there earlier, and I would like to have seen a doctrine. And in this case, got lucky due to the fact that Tofu again was basically stuck in a rot. Good use of his Shermans as well. And overall nicely played. I mean, he sort of played nice, smoothly and fluidly to a certain extent, but again, there could have been some improvements there. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it gives you a decent, particularly again, we're using MD-42s. I mean, there was got ideas there from Tofu. And the early BAR play there was also pretty interesting. So, if it did, feel free to subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send a replay or some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers, and thank you for watching. Bye!